What's going on, everybody? This is Scarmaster Flex alongside Senj Dota for the OG Cup Spring Spree. Senj, welcome back. It's a pleasure to be working back with you again, man.
It's always nice to come back and cast.
I know. We see a lot of similar faces here. We've got Young Gaming, which we saw at the AMD tournament. We saw FS Express, who took AMD earlier back in October. And we've got two new teams today, which I haven't really seen, which is Scintillate and Incognito. So I'm interested to see the type of Dota these teams are going to play.
Well, you know what it is too. Even though the team name might not be familiar, the team players on the team might be familiar to us. So we'll never really know until we get into it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We just want to take a quick moment as well to thank FanFit Gaming and Invictus Gaming Station for sponsoring the tournament today and hosting the tournament at the venue. We appreciate you guys. Everybody at home on Twitch, hi. Hope you guys are all doing well. So we're going to go ahead and get ourselves ready to go in the game. I think the players are ready, so we're going to find out. Senj, quick question for you. Our first game today is between Young Gaming and Incognito. Now, we know the way that Aiko plays as a mid player.
Right.
We've seen Ryan K play as a carry. Eudemonic, seen him on that Kunkka so many times.
Kunkka,
I don't know.
Every game Kunkka.
Every
That's
game
what it
Kunkka.
is. Sometimes you wonder if he plays anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. And so... you know, it's going to be interesting to see exactly these guys are going to do. Are they going to go with comfort picks? Or are they going to surprise us with something we've never seen before? You know, we'll find out. You know.
Well, there's been a lot of meta changes since October, which is our last tournament that we casted, as well as new heroes added into the captain's mode pool. So you gotta keep that in mind as well, because now we have Pango, we have Dark Willow, we have Techies.
Yes, absolutely. Alrighty, so we're just waiting on the teams here. We're gonna go ahead and pick the sides. So we're waiting to see whether Incognito or Young Gaming in the coin toss. And it looks like Incognito is gonna take. So we're gonna find out what they're gonna do. Are they gonna pick you first pick or Radiant and Dire? So we'll see what happens. Guys, let us know in chat as well. If you're expecting to win. I don't know you. I know you guys probably don't know a lot about the teams, but. Go ahead and let us know in
chat.
If
you're familiar with the Dota 2 community in Toronto, then Young Gaming has been prevalent in the last couple of years.
Yeah, absolutely.
But Incognito, maybe you know the players, maybe you don't, but let's take a look, right?
Absolutely. Senj is also going to be working alongside me. He's going to be pulling up some stats. So, you got me as your shoutcaster. You've got your analyst over here, the wonderful Senj Dota. And we're just waiting for the teams to get ready to go. They're going to let us know. Ready, and we are underway for game one, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. So, anyway, Senj, what are we looking forward to? Right?
Dota.
We're looking forward to the Dota. All right.
What else are we looking for?
I like it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get ourselves into the game. I think everything's ready to go, and here we are, guys. So let's see. What every team decides to do in terms of their picks and everything. So right away we see the Omni Knight band, and you talked about this hero as well, Dark Willow. Dark Willow was a new hero that was recently introduced,
right?
4 months back.
Seconds.
Very good support. Can also be a very good nuker burster
5
down.
seconds
I think Dark Willow is hands down one of the most OP hero in the game right now.
Yeah, get a ban.
So I think it makes sense that if you're not gonna first ban it, the other team probably will. I don't think we'll see a lot of Dark Willow plays because of that.
Now let's talk about a hero that just recently got implemented into Captain's Mode, which was Techies. Finally! I mean, all you Techies players at home.
I'm not sure how I feel about that yet.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't know.
5 seconds remaining.
How people are planning to play the Techies now that it's in, right?
Yeah.
Is it gonna be back to the support life, or it might be an off laner? But I think Techies, like primarily when you play him in pubs, he's like a dual offlaner. That's where he really shines.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're actually one of your favorite heroes just recently got banned by the side of Incognito, Bounty Hunter. Well, he used to be,
hero.
Right? well, is he still relevant? Do you think?
I think so. It's just the fact that he has such a low back load. But the only thing is, if you're not itemizing well, then you fall off really quick with Bounty Hunter. So that's the only problem.
Yeah, for sure, absolutely. Okay, so Young Gaming will make their first pick, and they're gonna go ahead and pick up the Undying. Gonna go ahead and pick up the Undying over here, and I think the way Undying, looks I mean,
Well,
Young
Gaming
seconds.
frequently plays Undying in
Yeah.
every single patch. It's one of their comfort picks.
5 seconds remaining.
I don't know. One thing I feel about Young Gaming, sometimes you don't see that all-star player in Young Gaming as you see in other teams, but they play together really well. So a team fight hero like Undying, Young Gaming is a very organized team, which is why
Right.
Undying works so well
Dyer's
with them.
turn
Yeah,
to pick.
absolutely.
Slaughter.
And first pick, Slardar on the side of Incognito. Slardar, really good sort of off-laner slash, I guess, fourth position.
Yeah.
If you want to play a hybrid sort of Slardar. But the Crush is amazing. The Corrosive Haze, which, you know, rip,
10
amplified damage.
seconds.
Right.
That's what it used to be
Radiant's
called,
turn
right?
to pick.
Also, just fantastic. And he's going to be coupled with Jakiro, so they're going to have a lot of offensive power from the offense. I love Jakiro because he works offensively and defensively,
Right.
you know?
So he pushes really well. At the same time,
10
you can use him
seconds.
as like a lane harassment. With
Yep.
dual breath is so strong.
5
Absolutely.
seconds remaining.
And in the end, Jakiro's a hero that plays well in the beginning, straight to the end game. As long as you could position yourself well, Jakiro's an amazing.
Now, do you remember in TI6 when
Dyer's
Weehaw was
banned
playing
now.
Jakiro mid?
Witch
I don't think we'll
Doctor.
see any Jakiro mid, but shout out to Weehaw for actually having like, you know, the courage to be able to pull something like that off.
Well, in terms of like strictly 1v1, Jakiro is one of the strongest heroes. You cannot
Yeah.
beat him in a 1v1.
Yeah.
Is the
And Gaming's gonna pick up
Radiant
Witch Doctor. This is a little bit of an unorthodox hero.
Dyer's
I've
banned
never really
now.
seen them play Witch Doctor, but I mean,
Witch Doctor's a very meta hero right now. Like
Yeah.
every game, it's easy MMR at this point.
yeah,
Like,
well,
Witch Doctor is just so strong. Maledict, so much burst damage at the beginning. The paralyzing cast.
Is the Radiant
Cross your
banned.
fingers and then it'll bounce on the same guy 20 times.
yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if Witch Doctor gets off to a really good start and he wants to go hyper aggressive, I know you've had this experience personally that you had mega creeps in a game. Remember you talked to me about this? You sold all your items.
10
You picked up a
seconds.
scepter.
Dyer's
The other team
turn
bought back.
to pick.
You team wiped them, and you guys pushed for the victory.
Yeah, well, I think it was all in the surprise because I was broke the whole game and then yeah, but it's a very strong hero
Yeah.
and that was a couple patches ago. So yeah.
There's an interesting combo. Incognito picks up Life Stealer, so Slardar Crush into Life Stealer. Can't
10
remember the
It's
name
an
of
infest
it.
bomb. That's what
An
it is.
Infest Bomb, that's
Yeah.
it. Yep. So the Nake's Bomb.
5 seconds remaining.
So it's good initiation. It also gives Jakiro enough time to set up Ice Path if he needs to. Set up a Macropyre.
Yeah.
Macropyre's actually gotten really strong recently
Yeah,
too.
especially on now you can get the item
Dyer's
up.
turn to pick.
Yeah. Here's a
Beastmaster.
hero that I haven't seen a lot of recently. Beastmaster's back in the meta a little bit.
Master. Yeah, well, that's because pushing is always pretty meta. You could tell that's what Young Gaming's going off the bat.
Yeah.
They had the Witch Doctor sustain, Undying sustain, and distraction.
10
Beastmaster follow
seconds.
push. What do I expect to see next?
5
Oh, it looks like
seconds remaining.
Incognito even found out that Young Gaming's going for that push too. You see the bans start going from general fighting heroes, from like the Willow, the Bounty Hunter, and then they start banning the more push related heroes. So sustain such as Underlord, straight up push like the Terrorblade, and then now they're taking out the Morphling as well for the split push.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the things as well Beastmaster is really good at is he's going to be able to lock down the Life Stealer if he's on him one-on-one or if he's got his carry with him.
Right.
As Primal Roller goes through any sort of match community. So, God forbid Life Stealer pops Rage and, you know, Primal Roller comes out, that Rage is going to go down
Radiant's
and
turn to
kind
pick.
of easy pickings, right? Death Prophet. Okay. I've not seen a Death Prophet mid for a while. How do you feel about this pick?
It's a confident pick. If you're gonna pick Death Prophet, especially the current lineup, I think it's a very
seconds.
confident pick because
5
everybody so far in
seconds
Incognito
remaining.
is low cooldown fighting heroes, but Death Prophet's ultimate is a pretty long cooldown, so that means you're gonna have to push, like act accordingly and get their pickoffs.
Absolutely. But I think that's what I think is also going to be coming in from the early game. Would you not agree? Because Death Prophet's got the spirits, Hero's got the pushing power with Liquid Fire. Lifestealer actually pushes pretty well in his own.
Right.
We've seen that from the AMD tournament. I know Ryan K used to love playing Lifestealer. So yeah, and I mean, Soda's not really a pushing hero, but I guess he.
The Dire get a man. Razor.
And we're gonna see. I'm thinking that's a young Eiko Razor mid go against the Death Prophet. I don't know. Like, there's no Sven in the game, but I guess he's okay against Lifestealer.
Razor does really well against
10
Lifestealer.
seconds.
But if that's the mid Razor, then I think it's
5
an even
seconds
match.
remaining. Turn
Yeah.
to
So it would
bat.
just be a skill game at that point.
Right, so Incognito takes away Phantom Lancer. I don't know, like, do you think that's a necessary ban? I think that was a little unnecessary.
Why what makes you think that?
Well, I mean, Phantom Lancer, like, okay, he doesn't do well against
10
Jakiro. Jakiro's Liquid
seconds.
Fire can play the illusion. Macropyre, the same thing.
5
Phantom Lancer
seconds
would have to get
remaining.
very close to Jakiro. He doesn't do well against Slardar. He does, I guess, okay against Lifestealer. But Death Prophet, again, same thing. She can just get rid of all the
Radiant's turn
illusions.
to pick.
So I don't see what was really necessary there. What are your thoughts?
I think it's just another split pusher. You don't want Young Gaming to get any more pushed heroes, right?
Okay.
Because you don't have to worry about the Jakiro and stuff because a pushing force and sustain with the Razor, Beastmaster, Witch Doctor, and Dying
10
already.
seconds.
They're gonna have to push their whole team to fight that forward and Phantom
5
Lancer in another
seconds
lane fighting,
remaining.
right?
Right. Now let's talk about the Magnus ban. I think that personally was a good ban because Incognito has some really good team fight and Magnus would just add that next sort of level of stun.
Right.
Because basically every hero inside of Incognito, coupled with the fact that Death Prophet is probably going to be picking up a Yule Scepter
Dyer's
and
turn
Lifestealer
to
Republic of the
pick.
Basher, everybody will have a stun. Eventually.
I just think Magnus is a Chaos Knight.
Chaos Knight, one of my personal favorites.
Yeah,
I love the Chaos Knight. Reality Rift, Chaos Bolt. But the thing is you like playing Chaos Knight with
10
Reality Rift
seconds.
a lot, like, heavy in the beginning with the skill because of the high mana
Choose your
cost of the Chaos
hero.
Bolt.
Right. As well as the minus armor just makes for easy.
Absolutely, and look at that. You have a Death Prophet and you have a Tinker, so who's their mid? Who's their mid? Is it Pingu or is it Demo? Oh my goodness gracious. Stench. What do you think about these lineups?
I think that's gonna be a Tinker mid, Death Prophet. Lane aggro try.
Okay.
That's what I'm taking from Incognito right now.
Now I see you're the stats man. You've been pulling up some stats. Is there anything that's been catching your eye about any of the players, win rates, pick percentages, hero win?
So they're all very strong players, but nothing too crazy has stood out so far. But yeah, I'm pretty from their stats. It seems like Pingu's their carry player or offlaner, and then Demo's more of the mid carry.
Ladies. Go ahead and
Pronounced Admiral.
introduce the teams here. So on the side of Young Gaming, we have Young Eiko, who's going to be playing Mid Razor. Ryan K is going to be playing the carry Chaos Knight. Post Glory is going to be playing the offlane Undying. Eudaimonic will be playing the support Witch Doctor, and Young Seraph will be playing Beastmaster. Offlane of Jungle.
But on the dark side, we're gonna have Sky on the Slardar, Pingu on the Death Prophet, Kakakakakaka on the
That's
Lifestealer,
a lot of
Lame Social
kakakakas.
Bow on Jakiro, and Demo on the Tinker.
A lot of guys. My goodness.
Making sure I got it right.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got a, I don't know if Kaka's trying to, or Kaka. I just call him Kaka.
30
But
seconds to battle.
I don't know if he's trying to contest this. Possible.
Well, it seems like they're
Well, actually, look at Young Gaming. They don't care. They want to contest this rune, and Lane
Yeah,
is
they're definitely-
gonna walk away. So they're gonna be able to get 2 runes for sure. And on the other side, I mean, it's gonna be an even trade-off here.
they're running dual lanes.
Yeah. It looks like they're gonna be running dual lanes.
But it looks like Young
And
Gaming
we're
might
clear for running.
force that aggro trialing.
Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves started for Game 1 of the OG Cup Spring Spree between Young Gaming and Incognito. Live here with this gaming.
See how it goes. Are they? Nope, they're gonna go for the safe lane with the Chaos Knight as well. So it's gonna be dual lanes versus the tri lane on the bottom for Young Gaming.
Yeah. So how do you feel about this though? Pingu as an offlane Death Prophet. I don't know how she does early, man. Especially against a tri-lane. That's gonna be tough. Asking a lot of your death profit.
That is, but I guess they're just hoping to grab levels. They don't really need to farm. But we're gonna see that they could go for a quick start on the mid lane over.
A lot of stuns, so Chaos Bolt will come out, coupled with the cask, and Pingu is in a lot of trouble here. The crush from Sky prevents Ryan K from continuing the onslaught onto Pingu. It actually isn't a. I said it was a tri-lane. It's sorry guys, it's actually a dual lane. So Sky and Pingu. I think this is pretty strong as an off lane. Again, Unimonic and Ryan K. There's a reality rift.
I think it's pretty rough.
Yeah, Sky again will go with the crush, and they're just gonna I think they're just gonna keep exchanging hits, and it's gonna be who's gonna make the mistake first.
Well, let's check out Ryan K's starting items.
Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, he's gonna be somewhat short on mana. After one or two more engagements like that, he's not gonna be able to do that anymore, and then that's gonna let Pingu farm more.
All right, and it looks like there's a pause coming out, especially with the hotkeys. So, I mean, there's not really too much to talk about now because we're only a minute 33 into the game. But I guess maybe we can talk about the last hits. Right now, Young Eiko is leading Tinker 5-3. So, I wonder, with the Tinker, any sort of Tinker game that you think about, Tinker is a deadly hero, right? If you let Tinker farm, and we're actually going to get back into the game now, let Tinker farm, Tinker will be one of those heroes that will always, either with his pushing power or with the laser, just literally go ham and cause a lot of havoc to the team.
Well, yeah, after your second, third item, Tinker's always a problem at that point. He's hard to catch, a lot of versatility, just the fact that he has the laser forces your carry to get some true strike through the MKB or something. It's just really difficult.
Yeah, looks like there was some feedback going on in room. I'm not sure exactly what. Maybe plugged or wasn't plugged in properly, and yeah. So I don't know what's going on up top lane because we've been talking a lot about bot lane, but Kaga's been he's been taking a lot of damage, and Blame's been.
I was practicing
we've got
my
dual breath coupled with liquid
backstroke.
fire, and I mean this is just a hard off lane. I mean Beastmaster and Undying, that's hard to
Look
fight
at the
against.
decay on Undying 32.
Yep. Well, I think he just be back to 24 now. But I think it was at 32.
So that's where all the damage attack is coming from.
Oh yeah. It's unfortunate because Undying early stages of the game does exceptionally well against Lifestealer.
First blood.
That's not only just HP for Lifestealer, but that's attack power, and that could be the difference between the last
That
time
first
and
blood
the
there in the mid lane.
Oh, actually, did miss that first blood. Emo did get that kill on top of Young Eiko. Good start, and Young Eiko not very happy, so he's gonna put out the plasma field. And this is the power of the Tinker, man. Tinker is hard to fight against as a mid. It doesn't matter what your hero is.
Well, it's not just that. Young Eiko went pretty deep for that Tinker. So Tinker was able to turn it pretty easily.
For sure.
And plus it doesn't matter how much damage you deal from the Tinker. If you're missing your hit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Eiko's gonna rush his ring. Gonna need boots soon though because Tinker is only gonna be getting from it. Sky with a beautiful rotation of the mid lane. He will be going down. Young Eiko is not off to his ideal start, but a beautiful rotation from the Slardar.
That shows some confidence that he has in his offlane death prophet as well. If you could just leave your death prophet to solo while you go gank him.
Well, I mean, she did survive, and she did end up using a wand in that last engagement. So, yeah, like you said, the confidence level is there, and that's a testament to these guys at Incognito. We haven't really seen them play, so this is kind of a treat for us to kind of learn more about some of these talented players that are in Toronto.
These are all pretty fresh names for us as well. They haven't come to any tournament.
You pulled up any interesting stats about them? Oh, and actually, while that's going on, Lardar leaves Pingu, who's going to get Reality Ripped, who's going to get Chaos Bolted, and they're going to try and take her down, but they won't be able to. She's got to try and TP home, though. Ooh, the Maledict, almost. But it was the Spirit Siphon. It was the Spirit Siphon, the defensive, and it allowed her to live. That's actually a pretty pretty powerful skill as well, even though it's been nerfed a couple times in matches. Really good job by Death Prophet to stay alive. They've been having a little bit of a rough time. You'd think with, you know, Chaos Knight and Witch Doctor, that's a pretty powerful safe lane. They just haven't been able to finish off anybody.
But it seems like Incognito's a pretty newly formed team. I can't find any information about them playing with each other in tournaments in the future.
We're going to learn a lot about them today. We've got a lot of games. Hopefully we'll see them in the grand finals, but again, it's only game 1 here. 5 minutes in, the OG Cup, and Young Eiko is going to go ahead and drop the static onto people, but that's the problem, again, with any sort of like melee attacker, and ranged attacker against a Tinker. Unless you're a hero that spams your spells, Tinker's always going to get you. Looks like bottom lane though. They're going to go to onto Eudaimonic and Sky. Beautiful crush. Kingu. Lane to kill.
Sky's been putting. I think Sky was part of every single kill so far, right?
I would believe so. If you take a look here, and exchange some last hits here, it looks like he's been. Actually, no, he's been part of.
Oh, he missed the first.
He missed the first one. Yeah. He missed the first blood, but he's been active on the other 2 kills, and that was just a good rotation with the invisibility rune. And sometimes in the early game, that's
you just get lucky.
And it looks like Post Glory and Young Surf are actually
invisibility.
Trying. So that's going to give Taka a little bit of
Taka has a lot
opportunity.
of Taka's like.
Throw a line to Radiant's middle
Well, he's got
tower.
30 last hits. He's on pace with Ryan, so
Just like your
yeah, it's crazy. Crazy to see that.
Radiant's middle
6
tower
minutes
is
into the
under
game,
attack.
both carries are on point. Actually, Young Eiko's been keeping up with Tinker in terms of like the last hits.
Yeah, and Young Eiko just grabbed the rotation kill on as well.
Oh, did he? Yes, he did. I missed that. I'm so sorry. But by the time the tournament goes, I mean, the more the tournament goes on, I'm gonna get better with getting those kills, tracking them. But yeah, it's still a tight game, 3-2. Take a look as well, if we can see like some of the net worth. So net worth, obviously, not too much right now because it's 7 minutes in. 1,000. Looks like Sky and Young Eiko's got to try and get himself to safety. So, and the difference in XP earned, you know, obviously Incognito, they're going to have a slight advantage. But let's talk about that. Young Eiko did a really good job of getting away from Sky, dodging trouble in the mid lane. Whereas in the bottom lane, Ryan K, they're going to start putting some pressure on this tier 1 tower. And Sky is going to go and suck up XP. I don't even know exactly. Oh, actually, and Death Prophet went down one more time. Now it's 3-3. Mike. Sorry guys, and we have to apologize about that. We were running into some technical difficulties that were just brought to our attention.
Right, but now we're gonna see Young Surf and. No, I thought he was gonna try to put some pressure onto Taka on the top lane. I feel like they could go for some strong harassment, but Taka's gonna have that double wave. I think they're gonna go for the push instead.
Well, not only that too. If he needs to get himself out of trouble, he's got Infest ready to go. Young Surf doesn't have. Oh, actually, they're gonna go aggressive on him. Harassment. End of the day. Yeah, apologies, guys. Again, we had some technical difficulties, but thanks for sticking with us. We
A soldier's fortune.
Yeah, but now we're gonna see Young Eiko's gonna drop down lower again. Let's see how close Demo is to his trap.
Getting there.
Real
He's got,
close.
what is it? 400 gold now? Yeah. Under 500 gold.
That's gonna be maybe a 9 to 10 minute. That's gonna put a lot more pressure onto the side of Young Eiko.
Young Eiko's got to be careful here because he takes one more shot from the Razor coupled with a heat-seeking missile.
Yeah, but we missed the rotation from Eudaimonic in the top lane. That left Taka as well.
Yeah, and that's a big chunk of money. That was 481.
Illusion.
Eudaimonic. That again, I guess showing confidence in the fact that he's gonna leave Ryan K to creep block and claim a kill, and I think that's really important. And Young Gaming now being 5-3, but again allowing Taka to be able to farm up a little bit more, and he has been doing well. He will actually be brushing a Radiance. We see this sometimes on the Life Stealer. Now, I don't know. I don't think the meta has changed too much, but you know, Infest still works on the Ancient Creeps, so I think that he will probably be looking to go for that and use the
I
ancient
think
root.
it's talent. That's it.
Oh, okay. And Pingu is gonna go on. It's a big 4-second stun. I don't see Pingu getting out of this alive. Maybe. And there's the ultimate from Mnemonic to clean up the Death Prophet. So they had to expend a lot to kill her off, but in the end, I think it's still a good kill.
But I think Tinker's looking to double now too.
Okay,
See him farming in the jungle.
Yeah, that courier's on the way. And he... Oh, actually, you're right. He's just going to use the boost travel to go home. And that'll allow Sky to pick up some XP. But now, use a free mid lane for Young Eiko to make up a little bit of ground before Tinker heads back to the mid lane. Demonic will head and that rune. I think Sky's just trying to get himself in position because Tinker looks like he wants to join, but Young Eiko again, and a lot of rotations. A lot of action actually going down on this bottom lane. Sky's trying to get away, and the slippery Slurter will be able to get away. It will force...
They forced the big commitment of all the Young Eiko for that too. That was like move halfway through the jungle to try and pick up that kill.
Yeah, so that little bit of ground that he made up while Tinker was in the fountain, is now gone. Young Seraph, he is going to go ahead and pull that creep. Not going to be effective because the creep wave not able to pull towards it. So Kaka will continue to farm. I think this is probably, if he goes at this pace, you're probably looking at about a 16.5 to 7 minutes. Maybe even faster. All depends. Guy, very close to picking up Corrosive Haze. Yes. Almost. Just think he's just sucking up some XP.
I think the Radiance pickup is going to be actually a game changer. If they allow the lifestealer to get that early Radiance, fighting is just going to be too hard between the Radiance, the Marshals, and the Kings.
Oh yeah.
Tinker's already getting pretty big.
A lot of AoE going on for sure, and even coupled with Macropyre
Radiant's
and
middle tower is under attack.
ultimate from Death Prophet, which looks like there's an engagement top. Crush will be going out. Blade Sociable will be dropping the Liquid Fire, will be dropping Dual Breath. Young Eiko will be going down. Sky, he's got to be careful. He will also go down. And Mnemonic also falling on the back end. So really good engagement. And here comes the Chaos Knight. Ryan K with a beautiful rotation to clean up Kaka. And here comes the Tinker. And Ryan said absolutely not. He's going to chop the Phantasm. He's going to pick up a double kill. Beautiful, beautiful team fight from both teams. We finally got some pretty awesome action there, Senj.
And well, that was the first team engagement since that's really gonna show how the rest of the fight's gonna go. Well, a big up for Young Gaming for taking down that lifestealer. You gotta delay that Radiance as long as you can.
Absolutely. I think that's Young Lifestealer's second death as well. So, I mean, Lifestealer now has to get himself in a position where he can farm and get from effective. You're going to the base where Emo's going to be going. Looks like they're going to actually be putting some pressure on top. And Post-Glory will be going down. Very nice Chaos Bolt from Ryan K to prevent the Tinker from continuing his onslaught. And actually, Ryan K pulling in with the Reality Rift, and Macropyre will be dropped. And kind of a little bit of a sloppy engagement there from both teams. They were just trying to look for, I guess you could call it the scraps. And when you want to get the scraps off,
oh, but it looks like Witchmaster's going to go for something on Nemo, but I don't think that's strong enough.
Maybe. Oh! The axes! He will be going down in the fountain!
That's the Maledict.
Oh, the Maledict! The power of the Maledict. But Surf will also be going down. Kaka will claim that well-needed kill that he needs, but really nice job from Young Gaming to take down the Tinker and delay any further growth in the mid lane. Looks like Ingu and Sky were trying to go on Young Eiko, and let's take a look at his progress. He's actually looking himself towards a Drums of Endurance. How do you feel about a Drum of Endurance on the Razor?
Great movement speed, attack speed, lets a little bit of tech ability, and it lets you fight early. Because right now, Razor's not part of the engagement.
Yeah.
So, I think that's something that's going to carry him through the mid game, which is what they need right now because there's so much fighting going on ever since Tinker picked up that boost of travel. So,
looks like Demo actually wants to go on Surf here. will be jammed by Sky. So the laser will be dropped there. Corrosive Haze will be dropped. The Crush. Surf cannot catch a break. This poor guy is going down. And the Tier 1 tower had fallen, and now they're going to be pushing for Tier 2. On the other side, Ryan K and Eudaimonic along with Post Glory they will be pushing, but this is the power of Anti.
And
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
still going for that Radiant?
Not sure, but in the bottom lane, Young Aiko was trying to go on Pingu. It actually does look like he actually went to go grab the recipe, and look at it. He's about 2,200 gold, actually 2,100 gold away from the Radiance, which isn't bad, but he did sustain those 2 deaths. So now we're probably looking at about 19 minutes Radiance. If another death comes out, maybe 21 minutes. We'll see.
I'm thinking it's going to be around 20. The way things are going, he's going to be forced to fight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not actually sure if there's going to be some sort of engagement up top, but it looks like Young Aiko is trying to go on Sky, and the axes will not connect, but here comes Tinker. Young Aiko's going to dive. I don't know. This is the thing about Young Aiko. I love his playstyle because he's aggressive, but sometimes he goes a little bit too far and he gets
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
Yeah, well, he's able to get on this. So he made a good call. He's looking for this Skylar.
Yeah. He will be farming, and it looks like Kaka's now transitioned into this bottom lane to get himself a little bit of ground.
There's just way too much pressure in the top lane.
Radiant's top
It's a good
tower
call.
is on the
Okay,
rocks.
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, how do you feel about Kaka now having to be forced to transition into this bottom lane? Because look, now here comes a rotation out from Aiko and Ryan, and I think they want to go on this guy. So this Chaos Bow will be thrown, and beautiful rage. Here comes Sky, and they're gonna be able to turn this around. And Kaka, he's gonna take a couple slaps from Ryan.
From the back.
But Ryan K is going to try and get himself, and the crush will prevent him from going anywhere. And he will actually pick up the kill on Eudaimonic. It looks like there was an engagement on the top lane as well. Game Sociable throwing down the Magnifier. Tier 1 tower will fall, and Young Gaming.
Just got sent.
And then they got off to a brilliant start. Here comes the pressure of the push on the side of Incognito.
Pingu with that Death Top ultimate.
A lot of pressure on that tier 2 tower.
Pingu another pick off on Young Surf as well.
And we forgot to mention too that there was a team wipe on the side of Young Gaming. My goodness, they're going to be forced to throw out fortification.
Yeah, I just want to note that Young Gaming drafted that early push team fight lineup.
Here comes Lim's going to be in a lot of trouble, and he will be going down, but there were a lot of resources that needed to be committed. I had to drop the tomb. I don't know, did you think that tomb drop was absolutely necessary?
I don't think it matters at this point, but at the same time they're going to lose that bottom tier 2 instead because they
They did so hard at the top.
Alright, so what we expected to happen for Young Gaming with early push, early team fight, and then Incognito will be forced to put in all the reasons to stop them.
While that's going on, Sky doing a really nice job of catching out Surf. Stun will be going out, but I thought it's really going to matter. And Surf, he's trying to juke around the trees. Sky will claim the kill with the crush. And I think they will continue maybe a push. Oh, Ryan K going on Sky. Yep, where's Demo?
In the trees.
He's in the trees, actually, yeah. In the trees, but it looks like they're going to the retreat, but Sonic has to be very careful here. I think Demo knows. Demo definitely knows, but I don't think he's going to. He's just going to push. He's happy with that. And I mean, rightfully so. You're pretty deep in the Radiant side jungle, so you don't want to, be trying to get too aggressive, especially when you don't have wards up around this area. Especially around here.
Yeah, but things are looking really scary for Young Gaming because we see Incognito, they're topping the net worth with their 3 core heroes.
Look at the way Chaos Knight's building. So he's gone for that Echo Saber, which is what I personally like, and then he's rushing into a heart. But do you think that maybe you could go for a Pursuit? Because you've got a lot of stun, you've got a lot of magic inside of
Well, there's 2 mentalities.
And there's a big engagement. The 4-second stun on Jakiro will force the dragon, the dual-headed dragon, to go down. Sky tried to come in and save, but no avail. And Pingu will actually claim top tier 2 tower while that's going on, while Young Gaming will be pushing for this tier 1. But what I like about what Incognito is doing, Sench, is that they are continuing the pressure and creating a lot of space. On the other side, Ryan looks like he's in a lot of trouble. He's got a stun, trying to get away, but the poor Chaos Knight will fall to the missiles of the Tinker. Demo claiming a kill, and as I was saying, poor dude Pingu is actually going to be engaged on by Surf, but look at the damage output that is going out by this Death Prophet. It is insane. Her sustainability, that's a team wipe. And it looks like Incognito will now hit this tier 3 tower.
This is just clockwork for Incognito right now. They were able to take their pick off everywhere. Top lane, bot lane, separate the team, get that split push, and now they're going for those racks at the 20-minute point. But what we thought was a really great lineup, they're able to take the racks.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the level of confidence that they have, I think. What I was trying to say earlier is going back to my previous point. What I think Incognito does a really good job of is two things. One, they take team fights very well. Two, when they take team fights and they don't go so well, they do a really good job of delaying the team fight long enough for objectives to be taken. And I think that's the way.
Yeah, that's the key of Dota. You gotta take an objective, right? Yep. And they're able to do that. That's why they were having Pingu by himself a lot of the times. And even though Pingu's by himself, he's trying to solo push, and they commit a 4 or 5 man rotation to the top lane to stop him. In the bot lane, you see Kaka taking the turn.
And Undying through that prematurely. Sky with a beautiful crunch into a macro fire. We have a lot going on in this team fight, and it looks like Pingu will be dominating. Kaka will be taken out. Eudaimonic and Ryan was trying to go on this Pingu, but a beautiful stun from the Chihiro. And Young Gaming, it looks like their first game of this best of 3 is not going their way. That's another team wipe. And like you said, clockwork for Incognito. They will claim another tier 3 tower. What's the issue with Young Gaming right now?
I think their early and mid game just didn't go well enough. They didn't go for their lanes weren't as strong as they thought it would be. I thought their lanes were going to be really strong too, but just Incognito's base down to literally help them.
Nieko's going to be forced to buy back. He's got to be careful. I understand he needs to defend, but Sky crushed into Hero stun, but now Surf, they want to get aggressive. And Kaka, this Lifestealer does not care. And Pingu will also be going out. He's on a monster kill streak. He's got a double kill. He will play in the heads of Young Angel and Surf.
Sky is still going deep.
Yeah, Sky is going very deep, and Eudaimonic will also be going down. The GG will be called, so game 1 will be going the way of Incognito. What a game. Look at the timing, 22 minutes, 22 seconds. That's pretty awesome.
Huge shout out to Sky for that one. Sky really played the bat. Sky was there for every rotation that needed to be there for Incognito. Sky got that Tinker to early lead. Tinker was able to get that first blood mid, but then Sky came with that Invis, really put him ahead of the Razor, and I think that just went from there.
Yeah, absolutely. And welcome back everybody as well, back to Victus Gaming Stations, Skymaster Flex alongside Sench Dota. You guys just watched the first game between Young Gaming and Incognito. Welcome to everybody that's watching at home from Twitch. I was really looking forward to Young Gaming at least putting on, more of a show, because we've seen them compete at a higher level. But I guess, Incognito just had the number that game. I'm wrong for them.
Well, I think Young Gaming, they went to draft for a very strong dual lane. That was their goal. They thought that with on the top lane they had the Beastmaster and the Undying, bottom lane Chaos Knight, Wishwalker. In most situations, those heroes will dominate their lane, because Undying's really good against the trial lane. Chaos Witch Doctor, they're really strong against solo, but then Incognito went for the dual lanes instead, which really it lowered the effect of the Young Gaming's dual lane, and I think that's a major part of it.
Absolutely. Now, both of these teams, Senj, were very push heavy, but it just looked like the way Incognito was taking the early game, the way they were able to snowball and spread the map and literally dominate every tower is a testament to the level of confidence that these guys really do have. So, what do we look forward to in Game 2?
Well, I want to see more mid rotations from Young Gaming. Game 2, the Tinker just had a field day. Nothing stopped him from getting that 8-minute boost of travel. And then he went to go gank the bottom lane, the top lane. Went first team wipe. Tinker got a triple kill. Second one, Tinker triple kill.
Yeah.
And then Tinker was able to from the sidelines in the bottom lane, he was able to get a pick off.
And
you
I
gotta
understand.
you gotta stop that from happening. They didn't have any direct counter to Tinker as well. There's no Nyx Assassin Clockwork Ring.
And I understand too, like when you get to that point in the game where one team fight doesn't go well, you get team wiped. It's almost like you're putting pressure on your team and yourself. You're like, okay, guys, at this time, we gotta go. We gotta go all in. And if it doesn't work out, then that's it, right? And that's maybe does that mentality like hold true? I guess in Young Gaming's case, that last game, on that first team wipe, and then the second team.
Well, the second team wipe, it wasn't really like there was a few minor fights between that second team wipe. And in those minor fights, Young Gaming was able to get some return kills, so they could have built momentum. But I think the biggest problem was that Incognito's ability to take objectives without committing all of their heroes to fight. Because we see Young Gaming, they're forced to rotate 5 heroes to stop a Death Prophet, and at the same time, where's the rest of Incognito's? They're pushing the mid lane, the bottom lane,
Absolutely.
in that tier 2s, and that gold just adds up, especially if you're gonna for the next team fight after taking 2 towers. Your whole team's about 1,000 gold richer.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we will show you guys set up the bracket for the tournament, and then we will bring it back here, get ready for Game 2. So, guys, don't go anywhere. We will be back with more Dota 2 for the OG Cup Spring Spree. This is Skymaster Flex alongside Sense Dota live in Invictus Gaming